Thanks everyone for tuning in. This is a long time coming, and more of these will be coming at you probably once a week until I get everything squared away. But thank you for tuning in if you are, and if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Get notified when I drop videos like these. And it's weird coming back. It's weird coming back to a place that I thought I beloved so much. It took a lot of time out of my life during COVID, and it got me through a lot of things. But at the end of the day, life is life, and I had to step away from it. No matter how I spin it, that is what happened. I'm just trying to really come back the best way possible. This year is my year, and on top of that, coming back and returning to streaming is one of those things. So I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of changes, but it's something that we are going to be prepared for. So thank you for sticking with me if you have this long, even though I haven't released much of anything. If you follow me across platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, those accounts are basically dead. I will be continuing to make content with other creators that I believe goes or contributes to the mission that I'm trying to fight right now, and that's information war. So today I just want to get started with the mass shooting in Texas over the past 2 days. The shooting that I'm looking at here, at least 8 people were killed, 7 hurt in a shooting at the outlet mall in Texas. Why are shootings becoming more prevalent? I know last year shootings were ramping up in May. There was a shooting in Buffalo, New York, May 13th. That was bloodletting in Buffalo. It looks like Texas is having their own this year. But why? I mean, there's been no shootings almost all year that we really hear about other than this. So I just think it's odd. It's suspicious. The timing is not... it's just not normal. Nothing about it is normal at all. Yeah, I talked to some people about what's happened. They don't even know what's going on. They don't even know what's going on because they don't. If it's not in the news, or if they don't read their news, it doesn't exist. So that's pretty concerning to me. I keep trying to pull up this page for Jordan Neely, the gentleman that was killed in the subway, if I'm not mistaken, but I cannot pull it up. Alright, so here we go. Have it here. On May 1st, a 24-year-old named Daniel Penny choked Jordan Neely, 30 years old, to death on the New York subway train. That's crazy. Not that he hasn't been charged. I think that's in itself just madness. But I think it's crazy that, like I said, the majority of the people I talk to don't even know that this happened. They don't even know. It's concerning because so many people are complacent with their lives. They're so asleep they don't even know what's going on, in their own backyard. Again, Texas comes up in the news today after a Range Rover looks like they ran into pedestrians in Brownsville, Texas, killing 7. The alleged driver was arrested. We'll see where this really goes. Crash happened, looks like at 8:30 a.m. near the Ozanium Center in Brownsville, where a gray Range Rover slammed into a bus stop. It says a representative for the Brownsville Police Department told NBC of those that died, 10 of them were being transferred for serious minor injuries. They have a male suspect in custody who is a resident of the city of Brownsville, where it looks like he's receiving medical attention. But again, if you just follow the article and the pictures that are being shown here, it's like, he obviously used his car as a battering ram. But again, why now? what is going on right now that people are ramping up. There's something that's hitting the consciousness. I don't know what it is, but I've been talking to people, and myself included, have been experiencing pain in the temple. And the pain in the temple, it comes and goes, it pulses. They say it's usually related to a brain tumor. It could be related to high blood pressure, concussion syndrome, various things, tension headaches, migraines. There's a wide range of why that area of the head would, randomly hurt. But the fact that they hurt for it's like, I was just in the hospital, okay? And it's for a sickness I'm fighting. I'm not sure what it is. The doctors don't know what it is. Well, they wanted to keep me in the hospital for 5 days to examine. 5 days is probably just them giving me a number, but God knows how long they actually want to keep me there for, right? So I'm fighting something. I know people that are fighting something. It's a cold that affects the temple, affects the head, it affects the ear. Okay, some people are sick with it for 1-2 days. I myself, and at least 2 other people I know have been sick with this mysterious virus or whatever it may be for months straight, and these people are not getting better. And that's one of the primary reasons why I came on the stream today, because it just really pisses me off that this can be going on in our country, in our world today, and that many people are asleep. They don't even know what's going on, nor do they care to know what's going on. It does a disservice to those who stood up against COVID, the lockdowns, the mandates. It does a disservice to those who took the vaccine, followed along with the mandates and the protocols of their state, and then finally woke up. It's a disservice to everyone that woke up in 2020, 2021, and in 2022. There's some that say it's too late. I beg to differ. I think it's never too late to wake up, but as many times as you go to sleep, it's harder to wake back up. And I think that's what people did. They got complacent, and it's easier to just go back to sleep, right? It's easier to go back to sleep. It's easier to let your family members go back to sleep because you don't have to explain much to them anymore. The real reason behind the news. It's unfortunate that because of what happened, people went back to sleep. You would think that more people would care, more people would be vigilant, more people would want to wake up or wake up others. But that's not the case, and the world sucks. We can see that clearly. It's evident by the people that are dying every day. I'm not saying guns are the problem. I'm not saying guns are the answer. I think that it maybe could change if more people had guns. But then again, living in a state where anyone can now get a gun without minimum training makes me wonder how much that's actually going to help or hurt society. So there's always a double-edged sword with every situation, and that's just my take on it. There was something that I want to also address too, and with, again, everything happens for a reason. And when I seen the Super Bowl commercial of the new 2020 Toyota Highlander, I knew that a pandemic was on its way. It was right in our face. I knew it was right in our face. I just knew it. The way I dissected it, every scene was like a 666. Every scene was predictive programming. With what I'm seeing with Texas, right-wing extremism linked to the mindset of right-wing extremism, the mindset of, again, the AR-15 style rifle, and at least one other weapon. We're not going to say what it is. We all know it was a Glock or some type of concealable handgun. We know what this is pushing towards, right? We know they don't want people like me with military-grade rifles, military-grade vests with a body armor. And when I say military grade, that's, people think military grade is the best of the best. Military grade means the lowest bidder. They know for damn fact that U.S. citizens and abroad have better and, if not more, reliable equipment than their own military, and that's a given. The only thing different is that they train 24/7, as opposed to the average American might train for 8 hours a month. No. So I think we're going to see more shootings, unfortunately. I think we're going to see more stir of the pot, more stir of the emotion. They want to see more death. They want to see more outrage. And the only way to give it to us, the people, is if they let it happen. They make it happen. Whether that be MK Ultra, mind control, any other type of psychological warfare that could be, directly targeted to one individual, which we know is a possibility. Look up the operation. What is it called? Tavistock. Tavistock Institute. Social Engineering of the Masses. Go ahead and take a look at this. This is a book on Amazon, and I'm not promoting because I get a kickback. This is just a book that I'm promoting. It's called Tavistock Institute, Social Engineering the Masses. It's a paperback, and it's a good read. You can probably find it online, digital copy. Don't quote me. All right. That's that. So, Dwayne Johnson, this is going back to what I predicted in COVID-19 and the fall from grace that Hollywood and the controlled, demonic forces under that umbrella will face, after COVID-19. It's crazy. Dwayne Johnson, basically the face of Disney. You think of Dwayne Johnson, what movies you think of? You think of all the biggest ones. You can't say Moana isn't the first one. If not, it's gonna be maybe The Jungle Cruise. But he's a well-known actor, born May 2nd, 1972. In Hayward, California. He now has been let go by Disney as a $3 billion lawsuit for kidnapping is underway, and it actually moves forward. Obviously, it cannot move forward without legitimate evidence seen by the defense and the judge, presented by the prosecution. Now, this has been in the works for a long time, but the fact that it's actually in the mainstream news just means that their foundation of child sex trafficking will be uncovered. The articles that you'll read will say kidnapping lawsuit, but we all know it means child sex trafficking. There's no way a grown man, 51 years old, is going to plot to kidnap a little girl and their parent. But for what reason other than to be trafficked? Okay. So we know that his accomplices, a lot of people that are in Hollywood, and even in the Wrestling Federation, have respect for each other. It's an inner circle where they protect each other. But with people being named, big people, big banks being named in this lawsuit, it's going to be hard to, predict who's going to scapegoat who, honestly. This article from InsideTheMagic.net, which I pulled up today, I actually had it up yesterday, so it must be an update. Really just goes over the situation by The Rock or Dwayne Johnson. We all know he's the most sought after and the highest paid actor, but that's not what we care about. Okay, it says that it's hard not to find anyone who doesn't know the name Dwayne Rock Johnson. From the rise of prominence to the Attitude Era of WWE, which is now WWF, as The Rock. The Rock has been a pop culture phenomenon since the 1990s, early 2000s. It would be in 2001 when The Rock would appear in his first film, and yada, 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 yada. Okay, whatever. So let's just get to the meat and potatoes here. I'm not sure why they're just giving us all this shit about who he is. It just says that at the present, he's being in headlines for being named in a $3 billion lawsuit against a former wrestler, Tanisha Biggers, who claims Johnson, along with multiple others, including Home Depot and the FBI, conspired to kidnap her and her children. And obviously, like I said, the case is moving forward through the court system, which means there's enough evidence to move forward. I know that there are articles saying that this Miss Biggers, professional wrestler, if she was a professional wrestler, I'm not too sure, but they're trying to discredit her publicly. Okay, they're saying that she's on drugs, she's done this before. This is not the first time she's made these wild accusations, but personally, anyone can make accusations, but if it moves through the court system, obviously there is some evidence. Jeffrey Epsteyn Island was recently purchased. I don't care. Hope he's burning in hell. But the fact that his island was purchased by another mega billionaire mogul. Let's see. Have it up here. So it was just purchased by Stefan Dekoff for $60 million this past week. I kind of want to know why it was even purchased, why it was allowed to be purchased. It should have been ultimately destroyed for the crimes against humanity, the crimes against children that were committed on those properties. It's unfortunate that someone's able to buy it, especially for $60 million, but the banks need their money back. I'm going to circle back to this book, Tavistock Institute, Social Engineering the Masses. It's a paperback that you can pick up on Amazon. If you have a Kindle or an electronic device that you can download Amazon digital books, you can buy this for $11.49. If you like paperback books, you can buy this for $16.29 at your local, or it'll just pay your Amazon. I'm not sure why I said that. So, it's like I said, it's gonna be different coming back. It's gonna be a vibe that I had to step into, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a point where I did go back to sleep. It was mentally tiring, mentally exhausting, making content, for very little views. And at the time, I did care about that. I did care about the content also. But putting in all that work and sacrificing my time, it was very discouraging. Seeing no momentum after being deleted from YouTube 3 times. That's very tolling. But at the end of the day, if there's a message that needs to get out there, it should be put out there. So that's my message. That's my echo into this echo chamber. Expect more of me. I'm working with a buddy of mine who also is a streamer looking to expand his content a little bit more. He's kind of touching on some articles now, which I like. But I think my next stream, what I'm going to do is just cover his first live stream. He pulls up some excellent points about some movies coming out, some problems that we are self-generating within our own society, and I think he's a great guy, a good watch for sure, and just expect that for our next stream. It's going to be a lot of different styles to this, but this isn't going to be what you're used to when you listen to a Preferred Truth channel. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. God bless and much love.